That okay, so I'm just getting started and I think it's overwhelming because Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday, one day I was like, let me go shoot a bunch of content. But that was a day. And then I was like, I don't know how to edit video. I don't know how to come up with tags, titles, descriptions. And I'm a realtor. I'm actually selling real estate. So now it's like this full-time thing I'm trying to learn. Yeah. So that's where I think it's like, no, uncle, like, yes, tell me the right people to hire so I can go from 0 leads on, YouTube to just crushing it.
All right, welcome to an episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey, my co-host, Mr. Dan Gandy. Welcome, Dan.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
So we're in 2022, but technically you're watching this in 2023. So happy New Year. And we're super excited because we have a brand new series that we're kicking off that's all around YouTube. So if you're someone out there that wants to get on YouTube, thinking about getting on YouTube and have aspirations to take advantage of that channel, which we feel like is not really being taken advantage of, we have a guest today who's starting her career on YouTube and doing some things and has some subscribers already and having some success with it. And so the whole goal is to have them on the show, talk to them, get their story, get them on the show, talk about YouTube, maybe their strategies, goals for the YouTube channel, and have them back on in a year. So you're going to want to subscribe to the notification bell so that way you can tune back in this time next year. And today we have a very special guest who's with EXP. We have 2 EXP family members here with us today. And she's the icon agent with EXP. So she's
crushing it.
She's doing amazing, right, Dan? I mean, oh my God.
That's three deals away from icon. Just
Let's
so FYI.
go. I love it. Let's just change up the camera angle.
Welcome to a new episode of Real Estate vs. Technology, your #1 resource to get the inside scoop from top performing real estate professionals. How are they growing their business utilizing technology in today's market? Hear also from top performing coaches that can help and serve you in your real estate business, and also technology providers. Let's go deeper with these technology providers to ask them how they got where they're at today and how maybe their services could better serve your real estate business. A big shout out to Liftoff Agent for sponsoring our podcast. Go ahead and go to liftoffagent.com to learn about their marketing and positioning services to help scale your real estate business. If you haven't already done so, like the episode, subscribe. We want you to comment on YouTube what you learned from the episode and give us a review if you're going to be listening and streaming this podcast. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and enjoy this week's podcast of Real Estate vs. Technology.
Leah, welcome to Real Estate vs. Technology.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. You can do this, Dan. 3 is like nothing. You got this.
I will. Sorry to take the spotlight for a second, but I would have had it. I literally would have had it. I had 4 deals blow up in the last week that were closing date was December 28th on purpose because my renewal date with the brokerage is January 1st. And I literally inspection gone, financing issue gone, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac application letter didn't go through, gone.
Jeez.
Seller counter offer, buyers get pissed, get out of the transaction. So I would have been icon, but the last 3 to 4 weeks has been an absolute, you know what? So back to you.
Terrible.
It's good.
Horrible.
It's
Way to really blow the year end. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know.
What it is.
It could come back full circle. You never know. You never know. You could, who knows? This industry's crazy. And it's 30 days. Today's the 1st, December 1st when this was recorded.
I'll get 4 cash buyers close in 10 days. Let's make it happen.
Probate. Let's go.
You heard it here first. DM Dan, see what happened. So Leah, tell us a little bit about, your story leading up to real estate. Why EXP? Why real estate? Why start a channel? Love to hear your story as we get up to speed to where you're at today.
Yeah. So I've been in the biz about 4.5 years. I have an accounting degree. I did that for 10 years, helped a lot of successful business owners do their accounting and brainstorm and run their businesses. And I thought, okay, there's like a ceiling, right? And there's like the hourly time that you put into something and that you get out of something. And I just had a calling, really. I told my husband, I'm going to become a realtor. It's like, okay. This is business idea number 50. Go for it.
Good, honey.
That's awesome.
So I honestly, we live in Michigan. I'm from Florida. I signed up and took my 40-hour course here in Michigan because that's all it takes is literally a 40 hours.
40,
Wow.
Yeah, I
150
know.
hours here. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah, you're definitely not ready in 40 hours, right? So get licensed in 40 hours. Didn't know anything about real estate. Didn't know the questions to ask when I was getting interviewed by brokers. You know, you get your real estate license and you're like super excited, like, oh my God, these guys want to interview me for a job. Yay. And then you realize you're the one paying them your commission. That's like,
You're
okay.
technically the boss.
Um, so I've been with EXP for like a year and a half now. And my first year with EXP, I iconed. And really, one of the driving factors to come to EXP was because I like to work hard and I wanted to be able to earn my money back. So after giving away a lot of my commission for the first 3 years in the biz, I was like, there's got to be a better way for this entrepreneur. So I explored. I interviewed with a lot of different brokerages, kind of said, okay, if I'm doing 5 mil a year, my average price point here is like 250, 300. If I'm doing 5 mil a year, what company model makes the most sense for me to make the most amount of money for my family? That's how I ended up at EXP.
Done. That's awesome. So anyone who's curious that maybe is going through the same thing that you're going through, Dan talked about it. Go Dan, come on, icon agent. How do you get to that status? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah. So you sell enough real estate to cap, which is giving EXP 16,000. And then after you cap, which is about like 2.8 million, I think. So after you cap, you need to do another 20 deals. So for me, that was 33 deals to hit icon. And it's like 2 to 3% of 88,000 agents icon. Put it in perspective.
Wow.
I'm at 29 deals. Yeah, it happens. Oh, well.
I think a lot of people probably like get super close to.
Love it. Hey, I mean, obviously anyone listening, like there's some inspiration right there. Cause I mean, you're all both are way ahead, which is awesome. And that's huge. And kudos, you know, Dan, you're going to get there. Kudos, Leah, for already doing that. And so now we talked about off air. We talked about like talk about this whole like YouTube thing, and we're seeing more agents doing it. And I see that you're on it, and definitely looks like you're starting to see that more individuals in this industry is starting to take that YouTube channel and really just doing more with it. And like, what are some of your goals as far as like, why did you start a YouTube channel? What do you want to do with it? What do you see coming out of it?
Yeah. So I have, you know, a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a LinkedIn, a TikTok, GZO but I like to educate and I like to serve. And for me, I've never felt like I land really well on those other platforms. I don't feel like I'm a Barbie and I belong on Instagram. And I know that's bad to say because there's a ton of influencers that are successful that don't look like Barbie, but in my mind. So I see other realtors though that like to serve and educate, and they're landing really well on YouTube, and they get to search it, right? Like you do a whole video about, hey guys, when you're getting into real estate and you need to start a commission based, you know, you need to look at commission. And so I think that YouTube serves really well because you can search things and people are on YouTube because they want to be educated. And I feel that I have a lot to give to buyers, sellers, investors, and other realtors.
Wow, I love that. On my point, I think that there's less noise on YouTube. I feel like YouTube is less noisy because there's less ads, there's less scrolling. You're searching specifically for what you want. So you could like look at it, digest, thumbnail, whatever it is, title. Okay, this makes sense. Let's watch it. And then go from there. And I know, Dan, you're on there too, and you're doing a lot with probate and some other things with YouTube, and you're already starting to see success with it. We just had a webinar actually about how to rank #1 on Google with video.
Yeah, it's really for the longest time, like, you know, I focused on Instagram and other, you know, cold call prospecting and lead generation. But the YouTube thing was like, hey, I'm going to shoot 30 or 40 videos and then I'm going to figure out how this works. And once I figured out how it works, like yesterday, I got a call and I put this in the seminar. I got a call from somebody randomly that was like, "Hey, I'm in Parker, Colorado. I'm like, I want to move to Eugene, Oregon." I was like, where did you find me?" And he was like, "Oh, I was just watching your YouTube channel about best places to move in Lane County." And he's like, "I just want to work with you. I need an agent here." And it was like 25% referral relationship. And it's a $700,000 sale there. And he wants to buy here at like 400 or 500,000. So it's probably like, you're talking like a $20,000 phone call to get from a video that I shot literally driving to a showing. That's it. That's
Boom.
all.
Boom.
Good content, good insight. Share the nitty gritty that people want to hear, and then let it be evergreen video and work with it. So yeah, that's kind of how we're structuring all that. But I think with her journey and your goal to share and educate, especially with investors and especially with people in an area where there's tons of revitalization in Michigan right now that's happening. I'm from Cleveland area, so I know like Northeast Ohio used to suck. Sorry. And now like everyone I didn't talk to is like, investing in Northeast Ohio. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, so there's tons of opportunity as you narrow down that focus.
I love it. I love it. So then what are some of your thoughts? Are you so for our viewers and listeners, there's a YouTube channel below. Go subscribe to Leah's page. Let's help hit some more subscribers. Are you going to showcase so we can see the area and the new things that are coming up? What are some of your thoughts? How do you want to maybe really take charge of this YouTube channel and potentially really see some success from it for 2023? And then we'd love to get you back on to hear about that. Actually, that'd be great.
Yeah. So I think we get so caught up in our day of just driving around and we get to see stuff. And so now it's really educating because there are so many, I'm in the rural area, right? And so there's so many little areas that even though they're only 30 minutes away from the larger cities that people don't know about. So I do want to start highlighting those smaller communities, start highlighting local businesses and making those relationships with the business owners so they know about me, I know more about them, right? I do work with some investors, so I think I want to showcase what does that look like because it doesn't look like HGTV,
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You said HDTV. Unless this account is fake, Tarek just emailed me.
Stop.
Swear to God, just happened.
Interesting.
33 minutes ago. Yeah, has asked me a random question, but yeah.
That's awesome. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to find out if that's real or fake.
It's a blue. There's a blue check, so I don't think he's fake. So we'll see.
It could have been from YouTube. No, I love that. I think.
Yeah, let's talk about investments right now with YouTube because I think if you work with investors, right, you're trying to attract investment money and use you as your real estate broker that can find those deals, source them out. I did kind of an asset class idea with that, which was like, hey, I'm going to shoot a video about buying duplexes in this area. What are the numbers? What's the price per unit? What's the average gross rent multiplier? What's cap rate? What are market rents? And what are you really looking at in terms of acquisition costs versus really return on investment? And then I went to multifamily and then I did mobile home parks. And I kind of just broke it down by asset class first. And I shot a bunch of different videos. And then I would plop those into my weekly or monthly email newsletter and then follow up with like a seminar about it online. And like 4 or 5 people would show up. And those have turned into like 2 or 3 of my biggest investors.
Wow.
Kind of in that entire process, which was just like shoot some content about it, get it into an email newsletter, then put it on an ad and attract them, get them back to the website, get them to sign up. And I think that's why it's so cool about YouTube is that the strategy that you utilize isn't just YouTube. It's just like a tool to get them into your ecosystem so that you can build credibility. So with investment properties in your area, just let's talk about YouTube for a second. Is this kind of like a duplex market, not a lot of multifamily because it's a little bit more rural, or is there a lot of single family rentals? Is there college nearby? Like what are you seeing?
Yeah, so a lot of single family homes. We barely have any multifamily properties in the area. If we do, they're more Flint and Detroit, which are a little bit farther from me. And I'm a solo agent female. that doesn't really want to travel into,
No.
cities for $50,000 properties. Like it's just not safe.
Yeah.
So my investors have mainly been for flipping,
Okay.
instead of the rental. So, and that's why I say the numbers, it's really hard to find on the MLS numbers that work for investors. Cause by the time it hits, I have tons of agents that are always like, do you have anything? Do you have anything? I'm like, I need things, So
Yeah.
it's creating those funnels that we were talking about before, where you get them before they're even on there.
Yeah,
For me.
yeah, no, we've had some success with that. We will do some direct mail with a QR code or like a very short URL, so people like can't mess it up on their phone. And shooting video with those video conversions with investment properties. So that's something I can share off market. But there again, utilizing YouTube, make it a private unlisted video, share that link only, right? There's all those different opportunities with YouTube as a tool. And then YouTube Shorts. I haven't got into it yet. Explain. Yeah, you're doing it. My one question is like, how do you upload these? Like, do you take a 9:16 and like push YouTube and then drop it in a video like a regular video?
YouTube app on the phone. I don't know. You
Oh, that's
just
why I'm not
upload
using.
it. But I was watching some, geeking out because I just got started on YouTube. As you can see, I've got like 12 subscribers. I've just started posting the shorts. I started posting because I don't have a team behind me editing video, and I'm just now learning about titles and descriptions and tags and all those type of things. So I was like, well, I can try to start ripping off shorts. And I was watching, I don't know who it was, somebody with, a substantial amount of followers. And he was basically saying, listen, get on YouTube shorts, like right now for 30 days, drop a YouTube short. He said like 1 to 4 a day until one of your shorts is like at the one, like hitting ranking number 1, and then like stop for the day. But he said he's seen like huge growth. It's basically like if you got onto TikTok when TikTok was just kicking off, or Instagram or anything like that. So like quadruple down on YouTube shorts.
You just inspired me to do it after this call.
And you got 900, just on this one video. So
On one.
Yeah. And then if anyone's watching, you just have a little plus, and then as soon as you hit the little plus, it'll give you shorts, and then you basically.
That's why because I've been shooting those on my phone and then airdropping them to my Mac and then turning around and dropping it into YouTube on the desktop because it's easier for me to like put the thumbnail in, and our team does it now. But what I'm getting at is that it's funny because you have to like learn these little hacks on how to like I don't even use the YouTube app. That's the problem. I have it. I just never logged in.
Couple issues that I see is that the music doesn't go for the full length, which is kind of weird. And they just got doing the 60 seconds. Before it was like 15 or 30 seconds. Now it's finally 60 seconds. And so on the top left, you could select what you want as far as how much time. And then I don't know.
Just like reels.
Yeah, because I usually like if you repurpose, anyone listening out there, you repurpose, put it on there. Sometimes I don't know if that would work different than just recording it in the actual app and then selecting your music or whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, all mine have been done, I think, in Instagram and downloaded in my phone and then uploaded to YouTube Shorts or TikTok or wherever. And then and then the video I was watching basically said like YouTube has on your like now your page, right? You have the long form videos, you've got shorts, and you've got community. And I didn't even know you could do polls on YouTube. Video short
playlist, community channels. I honestly think anyone who's listening, YouTube's going to be a gold mine. I think YouTube is very much at the beginning stages, even though it's been out for many, many years, for agents where eventually someone's going to search moving to Michigan and they're going to see like 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 different agents, and they're going to watch those different agents and they're going to be like, oh, I connect with Leah, Dan. And then they're just going to be like, hey, I want to work with you. I've watched like a bunch of your content. How's your wife? How's your husband? How's your kids? Like when you start to make it more personal too, I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah. It's past clients too. Like if you can get your past clients to like follow your YouTube channel, it's It's like it's almost better than Facebook and Instagram if you're shooting good content, because they like will, you know, you're still putting out good content on those platforms, but usually YouTube videos are very specific to expertise and authority and understanding. Like you're sharing something that like is actually going to be useful to somebody else they may know. It's not like they're like sharing your Instagram story. Oh, you need to hire, here's a referral to an agent, right?
Yeah.
It's typically that YouTube conversion that happens. And I think so many ways to use it. So that's why I'm excited when we're at this like ground zero type of conversations, when you only have, you know, very few subscribers, but you are starting to learn the process, because
Yeah.
we're going to come back in a year and you're going to be like, okay, so I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I got a company that's doing the editing. It's all going to come together. Because I was very skeptical. I'm a big real estate marketer, but I was very skeptical about YouTube, because there were so many people on real estate that were just trying to sell you a course. That was my biggest hiccup with it, because I'm an investor. I was like, I'm sick of going on here and listening to the same people try to sell me something. The only reason they're shooting this video is they want me to click on the click funnel to buy something. And that's why I just was like so hands off. But now that I know the power of it in terms of localized content and all of that, any way we can support you in your journey, let us know. Because, you know, Levi, one of our clients, is just 16,000 subs.
Yeah.
30 million. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
crushing it.
crushing it.
Yeah. Well, that like, okay, so I'm just getting started, and I think it's overwhelming because Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday, one day I was like, let me go shoot a bunch of content. But that was a day. And then I was like, I don't know how to edit video. I don't know how to come up with tags, titles, descriptions. And I'm a realtor. I'm actually selling real estate. So now it's like this full-time thing I'm trying to learn. So that's where I think it's like, no, uncle, like, just tell me the right people to hire so I can go from 0 leads on, you know, YouTube to just crushing it. So
I love it. I love it. That's super cool. Well, off air, we'll definitely connect you with some different individuals. Liftoff, who sponsors the show, loves to connect the dots and be that resource. And in a perfect world, as we close out the show, what do you see for subscriber count for the next 12 months? Maybe videos you're putting out consistently. What's your vision for it? So anyone who's listening right now wants to start their own YouTube channel or come back and watch next year's episode. What's some of your thoughts?
Yeah. So my goal is 2 videos a week, because from what I've learned, the 1 video versus 2 videos, not a 2 times multiplier. It's like an exponential multiplier.
Love it.
Yeah.
You know, so by doubling the work to get more than that, I mean, if you're anyone that's working, if you can, you know, X your work, then like why wouldn't you? So yeah, so that's what I want. And then subscribers, I mean, I feel like there's other realtors who have a really good success rate. You know, Levi's one. There's a couple here in Michigan that are already, you know, doing really well. So I don't know. I mean, 10 million in production off of YouTube would be a great goal.
Okay.
Oh, then that's a real goal.
We'll say 10 million in production. We'll say 2 videos a week. And then this time next year, we'll find out how many subscribers does that equate to.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool number. I love that. So, well, man, Leah, this is fun. We wanted to completely do something different for all our viewers and listeners and everyone out there. There's no cash. We're not selling nothing here. Check out Leah, subscribe to her channel. We just want to have some fun, add some additional value to this industry, keep it moving forward. And we started on YouTube ourselves with this podcast. It was a video podcast over 2 years ago. I said, let's do video first, and then we'll do the audio stuff, because everyone knows that podcasts are audio. And then we did the audio later on. So it's pretty cool to have you on as our first guest for this new series.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on, Dan. As always, thanks for being on, and you're already doing it too, which is great. So now we have,
I'm trying
2 examples.
Yeah, no. We'll have to get in touch. I followed you on LinkedIn and Instagram, and we'll send you that seminar we just shot. And yeah, let's connect.
Yeah,
awesome. Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all our viewers and listeners. We hope that was helpful as we're changing up everything here at Real Estate versus Technology. Go ahead and give us a subscribe, comment below with what are some of your goals for YouTube. Hit that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching Real Estate vs. Technology, this week's brand new episode, and making it to the end, your real one. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for new episodes that come out every single week on Fridays at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Also, if you comment on this episode and you like the episode, you'll help this episode get out to more individuals. And if you want to join our Facebook group page, just click a link. It's a Facebook icon on our profile page here on our YouTube channel. Join our group page, network with individuals all across the world, and share what technology you're using to grow your business. The next link is to join our Real Estate vs. Technology brand new IG or Instagram page. If you go on any of our stories, you can see who's going to be on Real Estate vs. Technology before it actually goes live on our YouTube channel. And the last link would be if you want to be on an episode of Real Estate vs. Technology. You pick a date and a time. We'll deep dive into your story and technology you're using to share that with other individuals that view our episodes weekly to inspire, enlighten, show up, and show out for people that love to watch these type of podcasts to have more success in their own business. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate it. We will see you on the next one.